All right, good morning. I'm Thomas Buchanan. I'm on my latest water fast. My goal this water fast is 198, and I sure would love to hit 188, but I'll take 198. Now, I've got bad news for you. Today is May the 6th. It's Friday, TGIF. And I gained a pound overnight. Now, I'm not really surprised. This is week 3, day 1. Considering that I had 2 or more 1 pound loss days last week where I lost 1 pound or greater, I expected a rebound. I actually expected a little bit of a rebound last week. I didn't get it. So I figured it would come this week, and I'm glad it came early. So today is week 3, day 1. I am up 1 pound. Yesterday I weighed in at 227.6. Today I weighed in at 228.6. So I always give you the good, the bad, and the ugly on my channel. I'm honest with you. It is what it is. It's kind of like the stock market. I don't expect the stock market to go straight up, nor do I expect it to go straight down. That's just a good rule of thumb. Same with weight loss. I don't care if you're on the Jenny Craig diet or the Nutrisystem diet or the grapefruit diet or what you're on. You're not going to go straight up. You're not going to go straight down, which I want to talk to you about something a discussion I've been having with a few of you about carbohydrates. Now, we're on a water fast. We should not be drinking anything but water, and we should limit our water intake. Now, I know that's not the popular view at the moment, because everybody is saying, oh, drink all the water you want. There's no calories. Large quantities of water can adversely impact the body. And I know you've heard, you should drink at least 8 glasses of water a day. Bullshit. But what I wanted to talk to you today about is carbs, because I'm interested in how the body converts food to liquid. And even though you and I are not eating right now, all we're doing is we're having 3 glasses of water. Back in the day when you and I were not fasting and we were eating real food, do you know what happens when you eat a carb? Let's say I started this water fast 3 weeks ago. Let's say 3 weeks and a day ago, I was not on a water fast. I was in that week or 10 days where I had just ended a water fast and just about to start a new one. Let's say I ate a piece of bread. What is a bread? What is a piece of bread? A piece of bread is a carbohydrate, right? Do you know what your body does whenever you ingest a carbohydrate? When you go to Wendy's and Burger King and McDonald's and you order a cheeseburger, the buns that you eat are carbohydrates. Okay, your body does 2 things whenever you eat a piece of toast or a piece of bread. It takes approximately 1/2 of that piece of bread, and it says, oh, he or she just fed me a carbohydrate. So I'm going to take half of that and I'm going to convert it into sugar. And I'm going to store that sugar in the body. and cause that person to gain weight. And I think everybody, I think generally that's a widely accepted view that whenever you ingest a carbohydrate, the body converts it into sugar. Well, when you eat a piece of bread, it also spikes your insulin level, because it took half of that piece of bread and it converted it into sugar, which played with your insulin levels and caused your insulin to spike. But what's more important, and what I want to drive home today, is that it takes the other half of that piece of bread or that bun that you put your cheeseburger on, and it actually converts it to liquid. It converts it to liquid. Because, there's this discussion nowadays about, wow, why does the body, we're made up of 90% fluids. How does the body retain all of this liquids? And even myself, I'm perplexed at how the body knows the correct level of liquids to retain or discharge. And, that's, I would submit to you that's different when you're on a water fast than when you're consuming carbs and the body is taking half of it, converting it to sugar, and the other half to liquids. So I think there is a difference. Now, for you and I'm diabetic. Everybody on my channel knows I'm an acute diabetic. But my body, as a diabetic, it's my belief it does not process a carbohydrate any differently than you do. If I were to go put a piece of toast in put a piece of bread in the toaster and toast it and eat it, half would be converted into glucose or sugar, and the other half would be converted into liquids. And I don't care whether you're young or old or fat or skinny or short or tall or white or black or, that doesn't really play into it. Now, the real key here that I've been playing with and exploring is, how does the body know how much water or how much liquids to retain versus discharge? And I don't have an answer for you on that. Hopefully I will come a little bit closer to finding out how that works. That intrigues me, because I'm admittedly a person that even when I was on Nutrisystem and Ideal Protein and some of these pre-packaged, give me $1,000 and I'll show you how you can lose weight programs. I could very easily gain 5, 10, 14, 15 pounds, not of fat, but I would just retain that in liquids. And I amazed the folks, because they're like, are you cheating? And I'm like, oh, no, I'm following the program exactly the way you published it. And they're like, well, then you're highly unusual because your body is retaining a lot of liquids. And if anybody's got any guesses, suggestions as to how that happens, I certainly would welcome your comments. leave me a post or send me an email. My private email address is Thomas, Thomas, F as in Frank, Buchanan, Buchanan at hotmail.com. So I'm up a pound today, and really not to be expected. As I said, I kind of expected it at the end of last week, but it just didn't choose to happen last week. But someone asked me, at what weight did you start your current water fast? On week 1, day 1 of my current water fast, I weighed in at 235 pounds. Today I am at 228.6. That is about a 7.5 pound loss so far. And that's in basically 2 weeks, because we're just starting week 3, day 1 for me today. So that's what, 3.5 pounds a week. I'll take a 3.5 pound loss every week that I can get it. That's, I think, a little high. I don't anticipate continuing to lose 3.5, 4 pounds a week. It would be nice, and I'm not complaining. But generally, as I said on my channel, you can expect 5 of those 7 days to lose weight. You're going to lose anywhere from 1/10 of a pound to 1/4 of a pound on average. You might hit 1/2 pound one day of weight loss, but that's highly unusual. For me last week to have 2 1 pound losses in a day or greater, very unusual, but very, very welcome. Since I am at 228.6 and today is day 1, week 3, I would hope by the end of this current week I would be in the 225 point something. That's what I'm shooting for. So stay tuned and we'll see. Please let me know how you're doing on your water fast. A couple of you have given up, and I fully expected that. It's hard. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's hard. It's hard not to eat. It's hard not to get up and have 2 or 3 or 4 cups of coffee. It's hard not to drink tea when it's 100 degrees outside. But for those of you that are serious about weight loss, for those of you that are sick and tired of being sick and tired, look in the mirror. You're the person that's going to change your life. I mean, do you really want weight loss? That's the question you have to answer. Because if all you do is you want to water fast for 2 or 3 days, don't bother. Go order a full-size or extra large pizza and enjoy yourself. Because if you think water fasting for 3 days or a week is what you're going to do, don't expend the energy. Okay? If you're truly serious about water fasting, I want you to do water fasting for 4 weeks. And I want you at the end of 4 weeks to tell me it doesn't work, you're full of hot air, you don't know what you're talking about, blah, blah, blah. I'm down, I weighed in today at 228.6. My very first water fast 3 years ago or more was at 3:15. I woke up one day and I said, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I'm sick and tired of being scanned, MRIs, EKGs. I'm fat. I'm obese. It can't be healthy. And I need to figure out how to lose weight. And I tell this story often, but I prayed to God that I would see 299.9, let alone 228.6. I mean, to me, Christmas was here at 299.9. And as you well know, I've dropped a significant more amount than 299.9. So if a 67-year-old fart like me can do it, you can do it. But you've got to have willpower. You can't cheat. You've got to be dedicated. You've got to believe that you're worth losing weight for. But if you get up in the morning and you're in your whitey-tighties and you stand in front of your full-length mirror and you're happy with what you see, then embrace it. But I had all kinds of health issues, high blood pressure, thyroid issues, acute diabetic, I also tell this story quite a bit too, and it's true. I mean, it's the gospel truth. I mean, I woke up one day, and ladies and gentlemen, I was shocked when I looked down. Do you know why? I could actually see my feet. Now, when you're fat, or more importantly, when you're obese and you've just got the fat rolls, you've got 3 or 4 or 5 fat rolls around your stomach. You folks, you haven't seen your feet in 5, 10, 15, 20 years. Okay? And that's a good point to raise, because that's how I really knew that what I was doing was working. Because I woke up one day and I'm like, oh shit, I can actually see my feet. I mean, I have not seen my toes in a long time. So that's my status for today. It is week 3, day 1. I am at 228.6, and I am so thankful to be at 228.6, down from 315.0. And I'm looking forward to 225 point something this week. Someone asked me how I'm doing riding my bicycle. I don't ride it every day like I said I would around the block, but I'm working up to it. You would be surprised at how winded you get when you're fat and or obese and you try to ride it all the way around the block. I mean, the first time I got on my bike, I could ride it to the end of the street and had to turn the bike around and walk it home. I was that exhausted. So, it's good exercise. It's a lot of fun. I had a neighbor who actually saw me riding my bike, and he stopped me in the middle of the road, and he's like, "You've inspired me to go buy a bike." And I said, that's great, But I always like to end my show with saying, beautiful minds inspire others. Beautiful minds inspire others. Go inspire someone today. There's a lot of negativity in the world. Go inspire someone. make it a great day. Make it a great weekend. Today's Friday. I will not update my channel on. I don't update my channel on Saturday and Sundays. So I'll be back on Monday, and I'll let you know my current status. In the meantime, if you can find the time this weekend, leave me a post and let me know how you're doing on your water fast. Keep it up. Don't cheat. You're worth it, folks. You are worth it. That's what you've got to remember. And don't listen to all the naysayers and the family. Don't listen to the negative people. Believe in what you're doing. I'll see you on Monday.